things, but before I touch on some of them, I should step back a little bit and say Visa is no different in our transformation towards being digitally native than anyone else and your companies in this room. So the first thing that's happened for us, consciously over the last 3 to 4 years, I must admit, is to fundamentally change our workforce planning. So we've done a couple of very public things, actually, that I can talk about in a minute, but it's probably more about what's happening behind the scenes in the way we think about human capital that is much more fundamental, I think, Christian, in answering your question. So we do have some very explicit programs with select universities. We have those programs include not only talent pipeline and talent development, but also, genuine co-creation and co-development ventures. We have also kind of made sure that our locations and the kinds of capabilities that we're standing up around the world have relevance not only to universities, but frankly to the young entrepreneurs of every company, because I think to think about universities as the only place that innovation is going to be born is probably too narrow as well. So we've done a couple of things. We've stood up a very strong network of innovation centres right around the world. So in our region here, in fact, for Kazakhstan, you're very well placed because we have an innovation centre in Dubai. We also have one in London, plus a number of satellites through Europe. We have an innovation centre in Singapore, in Miami, and of course in San Francisco, which is where our home is. Why am I mentioning that? Because what we're finding is the people that enjoy those co-creations the most are the kinds of people you're talking about, the people who come out of academia inspired, full of intelligence and full of intellect, and need incubation of their ideas and their intellect. So we're doing that. I think the other really important thing is we've moved a very big campus of our own into Silicon Valley. But I think the important thing is we're not staffing that exclusively with people from Silicon Valley. The idea is to rotate talent, not only internal talent, but also network talent from around the world through those facilities so people get exposure and bring skills back to their home markets. And I was talking to maybe one of your colleagues a little earlier, and this is a really important thing for us as Visa. We think we can bring a lot as a partner to governments, to banks, to merchants, to businesses, and we think in that respect we can bring global assets for local benefit. But it doesn't replace the momentum, the investment, and the commitment of the local markets to building up its own sets of capabilities. So, Christian, does that answer your question? Thank you very much.